All right, is everyone ready to play some Pathfinder Skull and Shackles?
Whoop, whoop, whoop,
Yar
whoop, whoop.
har, fiddly dee.
It's finally
Having
Wednesday,
a
my
mustache
dudes.
is all right with me.
God, I can't wait for someone to actually shave Eddie's mustache.
I will fucking scream cry.
Unless you're in a park by yourself with a bunch of kids.
No, see,
That's never stopped me before.
all it'll do is make you have to redraw Eddie without a mustache. It'll just erase the mustache off Eddie's character sheet.
That's actually pretty funny.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, as we continue to tackle Book 2 of Skull and Shackles, Raiders of the Fever Sea. When we last left off, our fine fickled adventurers were just coming to terms still with kind of leaving the grasp of Eddie, who had just recently defeated his grandfather along with the help of his crew members. We had a nice little conversation discussing the kind of political nature the party would be taking as far as who would be a de facto captain, but knowing that the rest of the party would have equal say in matters on hand, which after a nice little just kind of democracy, aboard this pirate ship, it came to terms that Lucy would be known as the captain for political reasons. Hello, Captain Lucy.
Bonjour, Captain.
We also had some nice little rootin' and tootin' going back and forth. Let's see, with the Sneak Brothers. I almost just got the better old Corliss last game.
But then the champ swooped in.
That's true, but Lucy finally started showing why he's so flexible.
Kyle keeps waving his finger in the air because he wants to rebuttal, but I gave him the rest of my peanut butter sandwich, and he can't.
Excellent.
And to the viewers
keep
at
feeding
home,
him peanut butter.
To the viewers at home, you'll realize that our layout has changed. The layout for all of the streams indeed has, I would say, been improved a bit. The Tuesday night sessions currently have the custom artwork that I intend on making for all 3 games. But until then, we're going to have to just stick with these still images that hop around whenever we talk. And if you're realizing whenever Corliss and Takeda, when either of their players speak, like they both hop at the same time, that is because they're literally sitting next to each other, IRL.
Blood buddies.
Hence the whole the peanut butter situation just a moment ago.
Fuse at the hip.
We're roommates. All right.
I'm
So-
sorry. Does Justy have a room?
If we can, yeah, it's called the kitchen, I think.
Yeah, it's the
Have our
room he
life
lives in,
partner.
the living
Yeah.
room.
That's right. There we go.
Justy's what I like to call a couch gypsy.
Yes.
Kyle's my boyfriend, and he won't admit it.
It's true. It's true. Well, but if everyone can give a nice little clap to Luke for putting all this effort into the quality of the stream,
Thank you.
it really is looking really awesome.
Yeah.
I already gave Luke the clap last summer.
God, and now I can't wait to kill Eddie.
And I
tonight.
fucking clapped everyone last night. Be sure to check in our Iron Gods game for what was that? I think stream number 9.
For the game that the gang fucking dies.
Yeah, the episode called the gang fucking dies. It starts amazingly, and I just love the way it worked out.
Well, to go ahead and zoom us back into the Shackles, after defeating the Sneak Brothers in combat and kind of getting a little bit of extra plunder and gold and a nice ship to sell once more, it was determined that, well, we need to unload just a little bit and get this ship off our hands before we get to Tidewater Rock. Tidewater Rock being right here.
Mm-hmm.
And as a nice little pit stop, the crew will be able to stop at Ember Island, which is right here.
Die.
Yahar.
The crew will spend a day or so here at the island. They have already done their buying and selling off screen, so they are all set and fit and ready to go. But I will ask, since we're at a new port, can I get a lovely infamy check?
Oh, it'll be my pleasure.
Hey, Fowler.
Yes, sir.
Isn't Ember Island the name of the vacation island?
It
for the
actually
pirate?
is.
is.
It is the
I was
same
gonna say,
thing.
are we gonna see the famous Ember Island players here?
Okay, yeah. So
Watch a
like,
shitty play?
Dude, yeah, is there a shitty play
no.
going on about like some weird like kineticist and his friends?
It's a spoof of the Sihedron heroes.
Oh, that's good actually.
Okay,
That's
yes,
good.
please.
All right. So,
we
we can get a single infamy check with the others two assisting in their own way.
Alright.
Who would like to be like the primary person making the infamy check?
Well-
Okay, so it's usually me and Corliss, and the way it seems to play out is I do amazing in my assistance check.
Oh,
and then he
yes, and
goofs the
Corliss.
fucking actual roll. Not to
But-
say
This
that that's
reversed this
100%
time.
a pure luck thing, since he actually has a higher bonus than I do.
Yeah.
But regardless, Eddie is going to turn to Corliss and hold out his hands to begin rock paper scissors.
Okay.
All right. On the count of 3.
Okay, just
you're
roll
gonna-
it. Roll
you're
a die
gonna-
3. Roll a die 3. 1 beats 2,
Okay.
2 beats 3, 3 beats 1.
Okay, ready?
Okay, you win.
So Eddie. No, you
Eddie
got
goes,
3.
okay, best of 2.
No, you won.
Oh,
No,
I won?
I
3
won.
beats,
No,
3
no, no,
beats
no.
2, you said.
No, 2 beats 3, I said.
Okay.
But Eddie will still try to bullshit this scenario by saying, oh, okay, and we have a best of 3, perhaps.
Corliss shakes his head and he goes, I never play again after I've won.
A little defeat animation comes from poor Eddie. If we're doing this Animal Crossing style, a tiny little cloud appears above my head and rains down on me.
Nice.
And then I straighten my back up and pop my flask and say, so I suppose I will be assisting then. There we go.
I
All
put my arm
right.
around you and I'm just like, we're gonna tell these people some crazy shit.
Excellent.
Also,
All
I just
right.
now realized I didn't have weapon focus on for my unarmed strikes or martial weapon.
They
Okay.
assist with a
Nice. Well, now you're a
19.
little bit better off.
Yeah,
Oh,
All
yeah,
right,
it's a good one.
uh,
+1 to
Anyone
damage and a
that
+1
has
to hit.
intimidate, perform, or bluff can help assist with this.
Oh wait, yes, I forget because Doug likes to help by making ominous background music.
What is the required DC for this check?
To assist
Fucking
is
dung.
simply 10.
Doug blows it out of
But
the
the
fucking...
DC for the check is 25.
Okay, so fucking Doug blows it out of the fucking water.
Man, Doug needs to be the one doing the infamy check.
That's hilarious.
So
What is
I didn't
Doug's
add
fucking bonus?
plus
He just
9.
rolled a well. He just
All
rolled
right.
a well.
If that is it, that will succeed at a 26. Now, does Takeda and Lucy and Drell, do either of you have any ranks in Intimidate, Bluff, or Perform?
Oh wait,
I think I have
Let
a
me
rank.
look.
Yeah, because the higher we roll on this, the more.
If you all do get a
resources
30,
we
you
get.
will be okay.
Hell yeah, nailed it. Big 5. Feels good.
Form. Yeah, that's gonna be a big 0.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. You just need a rank at 1 to be able to assist. But
After the
we will get a 26 altogether on the check, which will succeed.
Hey,
So you all will gain a point of infamy
hey.
and disrepute. Let me keep track of that. You all are currently up to 13 for each.
The humpback corsairs and their
Uh,
captain, Lucy have become more famous.
Everyone is simply simply getting taken aback by how vigorous the humpback corsairs are.
This island is called Ember Isle, correct?
Correct.
I thought we were the Hump Day Corsairs.
Yeah, the Hump Day
Oh
Corsairs.
yeah, the humpback corsairs. Yeah.
Humpback.
Now,
We
The
did
mascot's
kill
actually
something
the,
called the whale. That was
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah.
if we did a whale,
Wow.
All right. Let's go ahead, if you all wish to do it the next day as well, to keep getting some infamy and disrepute. You all may go ahead and do it again.
Oh, hell yeah. Assisting.
Yeah, there is no
So-
limit on how another 19.
Okay, I assist with a 19.
Go ahead.
Have
Corliss?
all the assists first before Corliss rolls. 'cause
Yeah,
he'll
okay.
actually do a thing.
Okay, that'll be another +2, and let's get Doug.
all right, Doug, don't fail me now.
I mean, he's got a +9. If he rolls a 1, it's a 10, so he helps.
Yeah.
All
true.
right, so you have a +6 to your roll.
And
Doug can never fail.
I'm
That
gonna
fucking monkey.
God, look at
There we go.
fucking Doug.
He can do
All right,
Oh,
so plus
shit.
nice 30. You'll gain 2 points today.
Did you is that with the 6 added in, Kyle?
And that is with the 6 added in.
Oh, never mind. You
have
actually failed
this
then.
day.
That's fine. There
Oh,
is
you
no
figure-
penalty for failing. It just wastes a day.
Sad.
That's even worse. He's wasted
Kyle,
our time.
use your hero point since you goofed it.
Drill, do you not have a rank of Intimidate?
I was gonna say that strikes me as odd. You would think that Drell would at least have 1 rank, you know?
Do you have a crumb of intimidate? Just a
Not a bit.
crumb.
Not a bit.
Are you
Not a
telling me
single
that
crumb.
Eddie is scarier than Drell?
Yeah.
You have
Wow.
real high charisma,
A
though.
bunch
Alright.
of crumb.
The third day, go ahead, Corliss. Or no, actually, everyone that can assist, go ahead and assist, and then Corliss will roll after.
Alright.
I assist with a
Oh,
28.
God. Now I'm gonna beef it. I'm gonna roll like a 1.
It's okay.
Yeah, you-
All right. Then Takeda. Okay. So yeah, plus 6 to your
Ooh,
roll,
plus
Kyle.
6.
Alright.
Do
Be
not.
with me. It's a plus 19. I literally need to not suck.
Well, you sucked.
Rolled a 1.
I guess you suck.
Now you have to use your hero point.
Even if he uses his hero point, it fails.
No, you have
Wow.
to reroll.
Oh, he could reroll
I
it.
said I would get a 1 and I self-fulfilling prophecy.
You can use your hero point to reroll it if you wish to.
All right, let's roll again on the third day.
That was the third day.
Fowler, I will
Yeah,
not.
this is the beginning of the 4th day.
Wait, what?
Fowler,
What?
unless
Yeah, this was the 3rd check made. So it's
Oh
the
yeah,
3rd
we
day.
succeeded and then we failed twice. So
All
that
right,
was the
so
third day.
let's get Takeda to assist. All right, come on,
I
Kyle.
roll consistently great on my.
Hey,
Nice, there you
there
go.
we go. That's what I'm
You'll
looking
succeed by 5, so you'll get 2 more.
for. Nice. It gets us to 15.
All right. You can make up. You can earn up to 2 more.
Yeah.
So if you wish, let's do this one more time. If you wish to, it'd be the 5th day.
On
being at the
the
island.
5th day. I succeed with a 14.
Gosh, how many pies could I eat in 5 days?
We get
As many
20s
as you
all over
want.
the place. Come on, Corliss, let's see it. Okay,
Just
you know
enough.
what? That's a success.
All right. This is the 5th day. You've completely earned 4 of your 5 you can possibly earn. However, something does happen on the end of the 5th day.
Oh.
Corliss, can you explain to me what you're telling these people in the area? Like what stories are you spinning? What yarns are you weaving?
So here I am on the beach, right?
Barbecue sauce on my titties.
And I've got like a white beard on, and I'm like using my pale skin. I'm dressed to look like a ghost, and we're like
Yes.
we're doing where Eddie fights his grandfather. I'm having Eddie like help me reenact it, and we're doing like sword fights in front of everybody.
I've
and
picked
Doug's,
up a
like,
stick.
Doug's doing ominous background music and sound effects. in the
Imagine a
background.
monkey playing the bongos going.
And like Takeda's trying to do like intimidating sounds, but like every time he messes up, like Doug bonks him like on the wrists with like a wooden spoon, and so we're like reenacting the fight for these people, like making Eddie and like the party sound like big heroes for killing a ghost captain upon the sea, you know.
Nice,
kind of stuff.
nice.
I like that a lot.
All right. Well, at the end of your day spent doing this,
Oh no.
Nothing could go wrong.
almost immediately in front of you, Corliss, some arcane marks begin appearing on the floor in front of you. And they begin lighting up until they make a perfect circle, in which, at that point, a pentagram begins making itself known in the sand extremely fast. And can I get a knowledge arcana or
A-
linguistics? Either one.
As he's rolling that, we're on a beach right now. Is that what? is
Yeah,
that
that's
what-
that's where Kyle said that you all were telling it. So I would just say you're on the
Gotcha,
beach,
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
Kinda like the
just
shot, like
seeing
the
that
rock
alone, yeah, Eddie's absolutely gonna not be cool. Like if, I might not know magic, but I do know pentagrams. So
Yeah, Kyle, you know that the language and the runes that are going around is infernal.
Oh.
And the moment that all this happens very fast, like within about I'd say 6 seconds, about a round, you know.
Could I, perchance, attempt to grab Corliss and pull him out of it?
There honestly isn't a chance to do so. It kind of catches all of you off guard because
Gotcha.
no one was expecting it to come. And then this thing shows itself.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh shit! A demon or a devil? That's a devil. Scrolls everywhere.
I'm sitting there like I'm like dressed up as like
Shit, a
this
contract
foolish
devil.
looking ghost, and I'm just like,
The devil looks you up and down and says, "Corliss Silversmith."
"You're shitting me, aren't you?" She sent
She
one of
pulls
you?
off one of the scrolls from her horns, rolls it up, and hands it to you and says, "You've been served."
I've been served.
Eddie, who at this point has drawn his weapon, and because Eddie really, really doesn't like devils in particular. Like, of all the evil outsiders, they're his least favorite. And when he goes, whoa, what did... Wait, what? He like,
And-
looks
and
over at
then-
Corliss.
The devil looks at you before anyone else can kind of get a second to put a word in. She says, "You'll have 24 hours to assemble a team to be your defense. In which case, the contract will be negotiated from there. Just set a date and time. Thank you." And then she snaps her fingers and she's gone.
Corliss. Corliss, what was that?
Corliss.
That was my ex-wife's divorce lawyer.
Your ex-wife's divorce lawyer
My jaw
was
hits
a
the floor.
devil?
Can I get knowledge local from anyone that has it?
Yeah, sure. Let me roll it real quick.
God, I wish I had it.
Cicada's like, wait, who would ever marry you?
Corliss, you know, just in general, and you can explain to the party that through me, Corliss will be speaking. In the Shackles, marriages are extremely common. It used to be an outdated tradition once upon a time, but it seems to have been picking up some ground recently. Pirate captains would form marriages. In doing so, it would be a type of parlay, as it were. During this time, the pirates would be married, and there would be peace between the two parties. They could team up and, kind of go against the Shackles together to loot and scoot, or it would just truly be a ceasefire. It doesn't necessarily have to be carnal in nature. It was just more or less a solidified alliance, and it was always for a set amount of time, agreed upon whenever the marriage was set. However, the use of contract devils, whether it was known initially or not, upon the signing of the document, contract devils are actually fairly well known for this instance. While they're a little rare, it's not uncommon to see one be a quote-unquote defense attorney, as it were.
So I say, so Eddie, when like a man loves a woman, and you marry each other because
Gallus.
she's the daughter of a
Gallus.
rich captain, and
Careless. I have been married before.
oh well. So Takeda, when a man loves a woman, and you marry her because her father is a rich pirate captain, and you think you have a good thing going because you're both like into the same stuff, which I mean like pirate kind of things, and you get a ship, and then divorce happens. Don't get married. Listen to me, Takeda. Don't get married.
He stares at you unblinkingly and
Do
he
not
says,
get married unless it is a woman you love, or a man you love, or a lizard. I did not know how it
I'll-
works for you.
Would you like to open the document?
I slide off the wax seal.
I'm going to run over to it like, be careful. This is a devil. There's no telling what could be attached to it. There could be some kind of soul bounding. You know what? Okay, sure, go for it.
That's what marriage is. Soul bounding to a devil.
Ain't that the fucking truth?
It is not that bad whenever I did it in girl.
And then I unroll it and I read. What does it say?
Can I get a linguistics check, please?
What does Maria Devilfish?
You know what? That's
say?
honestly a very good point. Reading legal documents is not like it can be written in English, but that doesn't fucking mean it reads in English.
Oh, fuck.
You're able to discern like bits and pieces of it.
He
It
read that as
is written,
bullseye,
written
would
in common. You can see where there's cliff notes, maybe here or there in Infernal, but no, I mean, can you read Infernal?
Yes, I can read
Okay.
Infernal.
Yeah, and that's fine. But
For
just
this
due to your role,
specific reason.
what you get from the document itself is that the set upon time of your alliance that you, like of your marriage that had been set with your dearly, well, not so dearly beloved anymore, is coming to an end. The matter of the amount of plunder that has been kept shall be foregone to the delivered party, insert Corliss Silversmith, due to not being able to fulfill his husbandly duties.
You see Corliss's skin go from like a soft white blue
Oh
to
no!
red.
Oh
To-
no!
to-
He's beginning
to
to
red.
melt. You can
As
see his
you-
blood
not-
through his skin.
As you keep
Not
reading
to-
through, the last thing you kind of can't really make sense of the legal jargon, but one thing you can definitely tell is that in the defendant, or the accuser in this case, shall receive the foregone I mentioned plunder in the estate of one alimony.
So my skin goes from red to gray, like a storm cloud gray.
By the cadence cup, it seems as the letter is taking his very soul.
I'm like shaking, I'm trembling, and I like.
And then the
Cicada
very
walks
last sentence says you have 24 hours to find a defendant. In which case, if you do not have a defendant with signed paperwork that can be delivered back to the deliverer, being AKA, it's the name in Infernal, but you can't really make it out. The contract devil that delivered it to you, then you will immediately be found guilty. And then it has a little bitty business card on the very bottom, and it simply says, need help finding a lawyer? Contact your local cleric today.
I grab the business card, I roll it up, and like my skin's still gray, and I'm shaking with rage, and I say, "She took my ship, and now she's trying to. She took my ship and my heart, and now she's trying to steal my booty. Oh no!" I turn to Eddie and Decade. I go, "We need to go on a journey. We need to find the worst thing that we can find here in the Shackles."
I turn and look at Drill.
I blow you a kiss and then flip you off.
I think we have found him already.
He's not a lawyer.
Oh no! You dare to play with such powers!
coming up to fight a dragon, but a lawyer? Are you mad?
Corliss, can I get a knowledge? I'm sorry, I'm just fucking laughing at my own thing going on right now. If I can get a knowledge religion check, or a knowledge local.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, beating a 15, you know that you can contact, or that people in these matters that are in a similar situation such as you, can contact a cleric to summon a planar ally for them, aka as per the spell. In which case they can summon an attorney for you.
I grab Doug by like the scruff of his jacket, and I run. I not run. I stomp like through the sand, and the angry like I raise my knees super high every step of the way.
I'm actually going to kind of catch up to you, Corliss, and say, Corliss, this might be rather improper. However, there is something that we might have to take into consideration.
I say, is it inexplicable violence?
Oh, no. That will come later. It is, unfortunately, now that we are not upon the sea, and we have a image to, what is the word? Upheld? Oui, that is the word. Should we run this by the captain? I do like quote fingers when I say captain.
I stop mid stomp and I turn and I say, "We are, well, yes, we should all talk about this because we're about to all get fucked by my ex-wife."
No. Wait.
He
What
was
kind
right.
of fucked?
You hear Croup in the
Not
background go,
funny.
"Ah."
No. Not this. Not like this.
I say, I put my hand on your shoulder. I'm like, "She took my ship. She
And now
took.
she would take my virtue.
You lost that years ago, but
That
she
is
will.
besides the point, Carlos.
She'll try to take the owlbear. She'll try to take the ship again."
We must prevent this.
You're gonna gargle mayonnaise.
And I say, "Yes, let's go. Let's just go find our fellow captains, and I will give a short summary of why that woman has earned the name Devilfish as her epitaph."
And then the nice little Batman kind of
the
well,
camera the like scene changes to us like walking like 10 feet to the right to where fucking Lucy is.
yeah, basically.
Shoveling
Lucy,
pie
at
in
this
his
point,
mouth.
you kind of enjoyed the show all on your own, and now Eddie and Corliss have rejoined you.
With my mouth stuffed with pie, I go, "What do you want?"
I'm gonna need those fists.
They're full, and I have pies. in
They are
both
full of
hands.
pie.
Well, unless you wish for them to be empty of everything, including our ship, we need to discuss something of high import. Doug, the document.
I'll set the
There
pie.
is a
Doug-
lawyer trying to steal what we have rightfully stolen.
I set
Doug
the pies,
pulls out a
I-
nice
I
little
set the
monkey pair of
pies
glasses.
down,
Oh,
and
go
I
ahead.
say, "Why would we lose my ship?"
Our ship comrade.
This is funny. To sum it up, Captain, there is a, I would say, a horrible, I do not know a better way to say it. There is lawyers involved. They have worked their terrible trickery, that is a hard way to say, magics, and it is, the world is going to come down on our shoulders if we do not deal with this.
I'm getting divorced, but in like the most aggressive, violent, and evil way possible.
Lucy, everyone seems very upset about this paper. I don't understand, but apparently.
Yeah, if it's upsetting you so much, just throw it away.
Unfortunately, it is not the paper that is working it. The paper is just information on what is going to happen if we do not act on it.
He could just
Oh.
kill his ex-wife.
Here, let me see it.
We could do that. However, I get the feeling that that would not help it.
At this
Probably
point,
right.
Doug pulls out a nice little pair of glasses and says to you,
Why?
"You bumbling nincompoop. Here's your papers."
Doug, what have I told you about using that kind of language? Common. Don't use it in front of these people.
He says, "Well, me. I thought you knew better than that, master. They can't understand
Eddie
me."
just fucking stares
Because
blankly.
whenever you look at Doug, he's just talking
Tater's
gibberish.
terrifying.
He's just like
no-
chuttering, right?
Yeah, but now, since that he's a level 5, he has Speak with Master. So Corliss can fully understand Doug. And
That's
Doug can
hilarious.
fully understand Corliss.
But
And
to
if
us,
someone had a magical means like understand language or comprehend
So-
languages,
but
they
to
can
us, it
understand
looks like
Doug.
he's talking
It
to
would-
his monkey.
It would seem that this paper has indeed caused a form of insanity.
I'm just like, Doug.
This is
what-
a fate horrible. More horrible than death.
The thing is, Corvus doesn't exactly fully realize that like no one else can understand Doug but him. So like when everyone's looking at me like I'm insane, I'm like, what? You don't understand him? He's speaking common, clear as day.
Takeda says, "I understand what we must do," and then he sneaks up behind Corliss and just starts to put him into a sleeper hold really slowly.
Eddie looks on, understanding, but still sad that it had to be done.
So I'm asleep now.
yeah, Corliss is asleep. And at this point, you'll see Croup, or Doug will like walk up to Croup, and he'll kind of snap his fingers in Croup's face, and Croup will go, "Oh, all right. But first," and he holds out his hand to Doug, at which point Doug, you see everyone actually sees Doug like actually roll his eyes. Doug is acting a lot more intelligent nowadays.
He's a familiar, so he's getting more and more intelligent as it goes
Yeah,
on.
his intelligence now is 8. Fun fact.
He's
What's
so
smarter than I
fucking
am?
smarter than Takeda.
Yeah, at you're all level 5, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, his
That
intelligence
is
is 8.
indeed the case. He's got human intellect. What the fuck? He's as smart as a dumb person. What the
Also,
fuck?
somewhere in between these 5 days, Takeda needs to approach Eddie.
Well, at this
Hello.
point, you'll see Kroop bring back Sandara, and she'll kind of just like hold out her hands, and he'll point to the monkey, and she'll roll her fucking eyes, and she will pass on comprehend languages to each one of the party.
Oh.
And after you all are kind of confused at her doing that, all of you all will understand Doug for the first time, and he'll say, "Very well. It is time that I explain the situation of my master's unfortunate circumstances."
And I'm just
Eddie will
snoring.
look over at the bottle he's holding,
Takeda is wide
and then
eyed.
shrug, and then continue drinking.
He'll kind of step on the table, like standing upright, and he'll pull his little monkey vest kind of tight. He'll put the little tricorn he always wears down and pull out a nice little set of monkey glasses and put them on.
I'm thinking of Beast from X-Men now.
Yes, basically. And he's walking around in a nice little kind of marching to and fro circle, and he says, "Unfortunately for my master, he decided to marry a bitch. She was known as a devilfish long before he came along. However,
Wait.
Corliss only aptly learned that after
that
the
it?
fact."
That is an elbow way to speak of these wenches.
He'll say, "Listen, honey, when you meet her, you'll understand."
Hey, okay.
In doing so, Corliss, unfortunately, he kind of scratches his little monkey chin for a second and says, "Corliss is just rather unlucky, it would seem."
Fuck
And
you,
I have
Doug!
no disease.
Yeah, it's a little strange. He says that he flips a coin in his hand,
Fuck you, Doug!
and
This
he'll
entire
say,
thing is not noticed by Eddie whatsoever.
exactly. He just kind of says, at any rate, Doug, or I say, Corliss and myself were marooned off the ship, in a manner of speaking. And then, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and we came to meet you all. During this time he's been away from the Devilfish, she has, she has claimed all of his belongings from beforehand. Corliss has, he looks at the sun and says, roughly a day to only procure a attorney. He does not have to meet with him within 24 hours, only set up a time and date which he will sign.
I hate this woman. Why did I create her?
And then he kind of crawls up on the sleeping Corliss and kind of racks his head a little bit, not enough to wake him up, but just enough, and he says, "I love my master very much. He's stupid, but I love him. I ask that you only help him, just a little bit."
I turn
You can
around
kill
and
him
finally
after.
see. I turn around and finally see that Doug is talking. I go, "Oh, when can you talk?"
He says, "Me, can you talk?" Says you, and he points a little monkey finger at you.
After he
But
says,
I hand
something
Doug a
about helping
coconut.
Corliss, I go grab a bucket of cold water and splash it on Corliss.
Doug looks at you with like the fucking like the face that the monkey in the closet from Family Guy would make, and then grabs the coconuts.
I've
he
saved his
points
life
all
twice.
sinister.
Yeah, that's the only reason that he's not bad mouthing. He's the only one who's not bad mouthing out of everybody. Like he ever been halfway aggressive too. He'll then kind of sit down and
We had a
rack the
moment
coconut as he
together.
keeps talking.
This betrayal will go. I
And he
will cry about
says-
this.
That's better. As he begins sipping the coconut milk. Really, there's not much else to go off of.
There's coconut gun.
I
There's
snap
fire
up after
and
the
force.
water. I'm like, oh, my wife! Oh, God!
I'm
It's
afraid
all
this
right.
nightmare is not ended yet, Cat.
It's
I
all a
guess.
nightmare. I don't have to. And I look at the paper in front of him like, God damn it, she's still taking me to court.
It is truly a most horrible episode that we had to go through.
Indeed. And then Doug will kind of walk over to Eddie, or not to Eddie, walk over to Corliss, and we'll kind of tuck the contract back in his lapel and kind of pat it down. And he'll say, as the spell gets ready to be over, thank you, lovely Sandara. And Sandara will say, you were just a monkey. This is just weird now. As she begins to leave.
It is weird now?
And you see Sandara
Like,
begin
now
drinking as
it's
she
weird?
leaves. At this point, he says, Corliss, you just simply need to procure an attorney. It's fine. Just go into town and talk to a cleric.
I suppose it would. Wait. Sindara? You are a cleric.
Wait,
cleric-
Cinderella?
Sindara
She
is a
says-
cleric that we trust. Do
She'll
you have
kinda-
any work on this?
Yeah, she'll scratch her chin a little bit and she says, unfortunately, I'm not able to. I do not have access to that type of magic to call a ally of any kind of nature.
I see.
Planar.
It seems that this lawyer magic is a most advanced form.
And as a out of character moment, there will be a cleric that will cast a lesser planar ally, which is the
Yeah.
only one that's capable of being cast in this area.
Right.
Sandara only has access to level 2.
Sindara
spellcasting.
is like level 3 or some shit.
Yeah, level 3.
So I pull myself up, and I look at everybody who's like, kind of like, just they look really confused. I'm like, see, you can talk to Doug. He does speak common. I got
You see Doug from like sitting on top of Corliss's head, just shaking his head.
Okay. I suppose
Like-
we'll, you know,
Yeah, let's go
just to
find
move
this
on.
cleric.
We can go
Yeah.
into the. I'll ask around. I'll roll diplomacy to ask around to try and find directions. What's
I'll
the
lean
DC?
down from my bar stool and I look at Corliss. I go, "Would you like an egg pie in your trying time?"
I
An
take it.
egg pie.
I take it with a single tear rolling down my
That is
cheek.
horrible.
And I-
DM, what is the DC for this diplomacy roll?
The roll is relatively low, thankfully, to you all kind of making a good little name for yourselves. Unfortunately, due to the kind of abstract nature of the contract devil just kind of showing up randomly, and the only reason she showed up is because you were at a port for so long in the actual Shackles itself.
Right.
You will not be able to gain any more infamy or disrepute from this port,
That's
but you all still gain 4, so it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
But the DC is only 15.
So
Okay.
Kyle screwed us out of 1, and now we have to go to court.
I will succeed
Excellent.
with a 17. So yeah,
Uh,
from having asked around, I'll say, I have been through every bar in this town, and if there is one cleric that paper is referring to, I know which one it would be.
Indeed. You will find a quote-unquote shrine, or kind of church of Besmar, which in fact is just a bar. A nice little kind of little kind of bar-esque area, you know. And going so, you will find a cleric who will simply say, once you kind of explain the situation to him, he won't even have to really. He does not want the specifics. He says, "I don't want to be tied up with that woman."
Oh, you know her too?
He says, "Indeed, she is quite a famous captain in these waters."
Quite a famous bitch.
I would not disagree, but that is not my place to say or confirm.
She took my.
I only require the upfront payment.
Oh yes, here's a pie, and I give him the egg pie.
He laughs and says, "We don't do that here."
Wait a minute.
Oh wait, you don't eat pie?
Does that imply that there are places that do?
You were going to have to excuse me, sir. Is this the cleric person we're supposed to meet
Yes.
with? Okay. I, unfortunately for you, know how this is supposed to go. We do not give you the payment out here. We have to see whether or not you will be successful in your endeavor. We will pay you afterward. How about that?
He holds a glowing, an actual kind of. You can tell that the aura is very magical from the pendant that he's wearing. He pulls out the holy symbol of Besmara and says, "I can guarantee from my services gathered that this spell will work every time."
Oh. I take the pie and I toss it behind me, hitting some random bar goer.
Oh,
It hits
he's
cicada.
asking for payment to cast the spell, is what he's
Yeah.
asking.
Correct.
Yes.
Yes.
How
He
much?
says, in order to cast this spell, typically, it would be roughly 500 gold.
Oh.
But due to the nature of how long you would be needing her services, I don't know. You'd have to discuss that with her.
This
So,
hell? Who is this hell?
His attorney.
Oh
And
no.
who is this attorney?
I suppose you'll have to speak with her.
Okay, we are not going to pay you here just for a chance to speak to someone that we do.
He
or
holds
do
his
not know.
hands up as you begin going. He says, "Hey, man, I'm not the one that has to go to court."
I would let you know that you are speaking to the Amte Corsairs here, my friend. Have you not
Indeed.
heard the
And
stories
I
about?
know who the devilfish is, and I would rather not piss her off. Even worse.
I put a hand on Eddie's shoulder and I say, Eddie, this is court. We're all gonna get fucked one way or another.
This is terrible.
He says, "All I require is 500 gold. Any remaining debt can be collected with your attorney."
I give him 500 gold and I hand it to him and I go, she better be a good attorney.
He says, "Eh."
I'm going to.
And
I'm gonna say no. VR team, I will help you pay for this. You helped me with my grandfather. I will help you with this.
Oh, bitch.
Ain't that nice? He says, as he pulls off the pendant and throws it on the floor. As
Am I able to get like the Better Call Saul? Am I gonna get the Saul
Yeah, I know,
Goodman
right?
of fucking?
Dude, I'm
Oh,
so fucking excited for
I
that to potential.
pray.
So hey, yeah, Corliss, only spend 250 gold. I'll spend 25 platinum.
Okay. Valor, I better get the Better Call Saul of fucking defense hell attorneys.
How do you
Man, I
have
really
platinum?
wish I had played an Asmodean advocate. now.
Amongst the days we've been here, I've converted gold into platinum.
Got you. I was like,
All
what?
right. Okay, Fowler. Show
All right,
me what I'm looking
the only
for.
thing I need from you, Kyle, this is a little extra thing. I simply need a diplomacy check from you.
All right.
Funny enough, I am the better diplomat. However, that is a very good roll.
All right, give me
I'm very sad. I can't find boxing gloves on Hero Forge.
just a minute to
You
bring
know, that
out.
sounds like something that would definitely be on Hero Forge.
All right, nay, a really good roll. He says. He begins kind of incantating the spell, and it seems like he's taking a second to think a little bit hard on what he's doing, and he'll say, and you'll hear him say towards the end, just with this one, I said she. I changed my mind at the last moment to say who will be coming.
I swear
I've
to
called
God.
him, but just watch what you say.
Are you saying
And
everything
at
I
that
say
point-
and will be
I am
used
terrible
against
at
me in
this.
the court of law?
At that point, a hellbound attorney will appear. This is what he looks like.
Oh,
Oh wow!
Wow,
Wow!
And that supernatural that didn't happen.
Wow!
Really, Fowler? Really?
Listen, this is my fucking game.
For those who aren't looking right now, it's a fucking token of what's his fucking name? Crowley from Supernatural. Okay, I'm going to
Alright, Stevie, you gotta do the accent.
Well,
yeah,
boys.
a light Scottish accent.
No, I won't be able to do it very well, so you're going to bear with me.
No.
The tiefling will kind of show an awful kind of flame erupting from the circle itself until the shapes and kind of shifting nature coalesce into what looks just like a man wearing strange attire. He'll say, "Well, Corliss, I believe it is. How may the servant of hell assist you?"
I need you to sue my ex-wife for all that she's worth.
A simple matter. I need only you to sign the contract. And he whips out a contract.
I'm going to roll linguistics.
Is this like a cartoon Christmas list where it hits the ground and keeps rolling?
Yes,
Oh,
very
God.
much so. This is a big ass contract.
It's like that. One of the few things from the Leviathan season that I did like was when Crowley tries to out lawyer one of the Leviathans, and the Leviathan
then
keeps up with
dude-
him word for word, and then
Yeah.
catches him on every little ploy he tries to pull.
Yeah, yeah.
Those scenes were actually really good, and I like that.
It is
Kyle,
actually really good.
before you sign this, remember the last time
I was
a character
thinking
that we
too.
all knew made a deal with the devil? And
Hey
think about
man,
it for a while.
yeah man.
You look over the
This
contract.
one's Crowley.
The main things that you keep out from your role is that in the instance that he will defend you in a court of law, he will meet with the accuser and set up a time and date which is appropriate with both parties, as per the way of these types of matter. He will also um be the one to, with the assistance of the party, can make any testimonies. Him and the accuser will set the judge and a jury of or of bipartisan, people. Kind of pretty basic stuff. And then towards the end, it says, in the absence of collected payment, or in the absence of a intelligible defendant, the attorney will lay claim to all possessions if it is won and the majority of the shares are done on his behalf. And he will also be, let's see, yes, it says that you will have to more or less kind of just pay up everything you owe in spades.
So
So if
I promise everyone watching this is a game about pirates. But this is fucking like the lawyer episode. This is great.
Yeah,
Look,
this is the NCIS episode,
what
the Law and
what
Order. The
I would like to make a roll really quick.
Sort of
if
the
I may.
reverse beach episode, if you
I
will.
know,
Yeah,
right?
I finally
ahead.
walk into the shop. I was like, "What's going on in here, boys?"
what are
He says,
lawyers but-
moose.
but pirates on land?
I would like. I mean, they're both thieves, but I would like to roll knowledge nobility, which I actually have a single rank in. Would my knowledge of Chelish nobility provide any kind of information towards these kind of contracts and the devils that create them?
It would provide some knowledge on on devils themselves and on just like what their role in Cheliax would be, but it wouldn't give any knowledge as to this specific contract.
I mean, of course,
itself.
not this specific guy, right? Unless I rolled
Yeah.
like a 40 or some shit
Yeah.
like that. But
I mean, you would know that just to be careful of the contract itself, but it would require the linguistics role to
Again,
truly
but-
understand.
like the specifics, I'm not worried about devils. I mean, I already don't like devils whatsoever. But it's what happens to the nobles that do this shit is what I'm getting at.
Yeah,
Okay.
Sure.
I mean, I only have a +4, so I'll probably
yeah,
botch
that's
it, so
fine.
let's see.
Yeah, that's fine. Let's go.
I'll tell you what, you
Okay,
should let
does the 16 get me anything?
Yeah, you'll know enough that a lot of them basically lose house and home.
Yeah. Okay.
If yeah.
So I wanted to do that mainly so I can make this reference as I say, I have a question for you. What was your name?
he'll look at you and smile and he'll say, Crowley.
Okay, Mr. Cowley. I am not so very known. I do not know how to say it in Daldan. On the case of these kind of rates like this. However, I have heard of things that happens to them in the land of Cheliax. So, I would like to ask you a single question, and I would like an honest answer, which I know you will provide.
Of course.
Are there going to have to be any hellhounds we will be worrying about perhaps 10 years from now?
He looks at you. Can I get a sense motive check?
Oui. Wait. God, I have a -1 to this fucking roll. I got a 15.
He looks at you and says, Of course not, love. As you gain no ill hunches from your sense motive.
I'm gonna look at this new man and go, "Who are you?"
He says,
yeah, Eddie will go.
Cor-
Okay.
yeah, he'll simply say,
I'll keep
Corliss
with
is
that.
best hope, but the longer Corliss waits, the less time I have to negotiate.
Oh,
So-
best hope. I'm gonna
like-
reach in my bag. I'm gonna hand him a slice of pie.
Why do you have that in your pocket?
He'll
Like-
look at it and he'll just kind of say, very nice, as he puts it
it
on the
was wrapped.
table.
So I have so pretty much what you said is like should I die or something happens where I can't pay up, he's gonna just take everything that I win.
He nods his head.
Interesting. Well,
That is what you discern from the linguistics roll.
Excellent.
I'd say, well, it
So-
seems pretty. Gods be damned. It's the only thing I can do. I look at everyone and say, "Let this be a lesson. Never trust your heart."
But
But I always trust my
my
heart.
wife was a wonderful lady.
I signed the contract. I hate you, CB.
He says, thank you, dear. Now, as the other part of the payment, he looks at the monkey and says, give it.
What?
What? Doug, what did you do? Doug?
He says, not the monkey. He looks at the monkey and he begins chittering in a language, which only Corvus can actually understand. He says, you know what I want, monkey? Give it. Your master signed it away.
Doug, what do you have? Doug?
What does the monkey have? He has his bungles.
Doug
It's the
says,
coin.
I'm aware of what it is, but
Yeah,
Eddie doesn't
he'll
know.
say, I don't wish to. And he'll say, it matters not what you want or what you don't want. Do you want your master to succeed?
Doug, you
This
can
is
always
the
get
case
more
with
money.
devils. You can never trust them, even though
He
they are
looks at
lawful.
you, he says, but I like this coin.
Doug, I don't care what you like. I like to not be in debtor's prison. Or dead. Or debtor's
He'll flip the coin to Crowley as Crowley smiles and says, a rare antique. Thank you, Doug.
It's just a coin with. Okay.
The moment that Crowley gets the coin, though, you almost feel like it's like you just woke up from a really good nap, Corliss.
like I kind of like. Oh.
He'll
that
say,
feels good.
yeah, and he'll flip it in his hand a little bit, and he'll say, nice. I'll see you soon. And he snaps his fingers. And he's gone.
So,
Well,
it was fun. Where do we go
Time to
now?
Corliss. What did he want?
you know what? I won't bore you with the legal jargon. Just know, fuck my ex-wife. And then I
I mean,
walked
if
out
she
of there.
is good looking enough, I do not see as a problem with this, but
You don't want to, and I leave the bar.
Yeah, and with this gives Corliss the beginning of his nice little character arc. The last one just
so.
really began.
Horrified. of
what do we? I mean, do we have to like meet them up somewhere, or
Yeah,
is there?
basically,
If we open up the world map, is there like a spot that just appeared with a little exclamation point over it we have to travel to?
They have
no,
some power
more or
play.
less, he just, yeah, Crowley, what he was saying is he has to go and meet with the devil that came to visit you all, and they'll set up a time. And
Okay.
from there, he'll eventually meet back up with Corliss in a undetermined amount of time. So it could
Oh.
be, he could see Corliss tomorrow, it could be a couple of weeks, it could be a couple of months.
Yeah,
But-
in that case, we should just bail and
What?
return if we have
Yeah.
to.
What? I say.
Yeah, don't worry, he'll be able to find Corliss.
Yeah.
I dust off my palms and I say, well, now that that's dealt with, let's go plunder some booty.
Aye, aye, Captain. Wait, you're not the Captain. Who's the Captain? You're the Captain. Okay,
I'm the
Captain,
first
let's
mate.
go plunder some beauty, eh?
What does Lucy say?
Booty? Yes.
Excellent.
I'm sure that there will be pie as well.
I've got my pie. And you see, I'm carrying like 5 bags on each arm.
Ah, yes, see, the pie is here already.
You guys return to the boat to see me physically mopping the deck.
Oh, Drell,
Nice.
you missed,
I come up to Drow like, here, a fish pie.
Thanks.
A fish
Welcome.
pie.
I immediately eat it.
did you say
Gross.
How does it taste? How does it taste?
For you, Ed Boy.
It
Okay.
tastes.
A
You've had
bourbon
better.
pie.
You've definitely had better.
I take a nibble of it, enjoy it, and I say, it could use some more bourbon. And then I pour some alcohol into the pie.
What?
I
Takeda
squat
hands you
down
a pie
next
tin
to
full of bourbon and says, "Here you go, Ed.
I
made
squat
you."
down next to Doug and I hear coconut cream.
He said he just
It's
takes
a
it
tiny,
very.
it's a tiny little coconut cream pie.
He takes it. And he looks really sad, and he just goes.
And I give him a little pat on the top of his head. He's my favorite monkey.
Any more
And
pies
then-
to give out?
Yes, I grab Hawk from the top of my head from where he's always perched. I'll sit him down on the floor, and I go, here, cracker pie.
He looks at it, and then he looks at you, and he'll say, "Meh, "Thank you."
Eddie's
You're
going to like
welcome.
realize that these are most of them are the same fucking pie. He's just putting a different word in the front of them.
Basically, yeah. That's kind of how I thought of it too.
And then Takeda will also, I'll go, taquito.
Meat pie.
I'll reach in, and I'll go, here. It's just a pie pan with a bunch of daggers in it.
Takeda just looks at it and goes,
It is
Knife
knife pie.
pie.
this is my favorite.
How many days were we in town?
You were in town for 5 days.
Yes, I had all these specially
Nice.
made for everyone.
Yeah, it's below this popsicle stand.
Corliss appears behind Lucy, and he's like pushing his fingers together. He's like, "Do you have a pie for me?"
I already gave you your pie.
Oh, I threw it
You
at some
did.
random
He
bar.
actually did.
Well, no use crying over spilled
I put my
pie.
hand on your shoulder and go, I really hope you liked it.
I loved every crumb.
You
Taking a
the-
bite out
you
of
the-
this really wet pie, I like lean in and say, "I put it is out and soul into that pie, you know."
And then you hear like the DuckTales like moon music as you see the pie still sitting on the table back in the fucking bar.
I even gave fucking Crowley a pie. It was a pepper pie.
A pep.
No, Fowler. Like whenever I offered pie to the guy for payment, he's like, "We don't do that here." I go, "Oh," and I just toss it over my shoulder and hit some random person
Oh,
in
that's
the bar.
right. That's right.
All right.
And
What-
I wasn't there
All
at the
right.
time. I was still eating pie.
Well,
I
now
guess we
that
just get on the ship and fuck off.
Yeah, more or less.
Oh.
Stevie, I need to make two
Yes, handle
saves
effects.
for you really quick. Actually, 3. One's DC 20 and the other DC 16.
Oh, is this a milk ripper?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Ew.
Yes. The good one
Excellent.
passed. He knows the trick. And now to see
Please
if I
list
can
it.
milk it.
him how to
Please,
milk.
please list it in your inventory as Ripper Milk.
Ripper milk.
Ripper
Ripper Coom.
Ripper raccoon.
And then I have to figure out how to do this craft alchemy bullshit.
It's funny, cause DBZ.
Yeah, that's fine. You can do that as we're traveling.
That's just gross.
Crust coom, excellent.
It's
We
his name's
can-
Crust.
I like
we
it.
can add a secret ingredient to this human
All
pie.
right.
Just real quick, I don't want to make a whole like RP thing out of it, but Takeda wants to approach Eddie and asks if he can carpenter up some wooden swords for whenever. he
Yes, that is perfectly fine.
I have been waiting for this moment, and I pull out a few that I've already made.
Oh, Edmund, you are truly a captain among captains. And he takes them with gratitude and gives you like some gold, I guess.
No. I took this wood from the last ship that we took down.
Truly, a scholar and a gentleman. And he bows to you.
Do I not already know it?
Basically, Joshi, I never got a chance to actually tell you. Those will work like without. They will do non-lethal damage without you having to orbit the penalty, but they do not have the crit range. They have a normal
Okay.
crit range.
That's fair. That is it. Now is it 1920 or is it just on 20?
It's on 20.
Okay. Okay.
That way you don't have to worry about the negative, but you don't get the nasty crits. And it's just for the duels anyway.
That's fair.
All right, gentlemen. Well, you all will have spent a lovely amount of time at Ember Island, and Kroop will simply say, as the night is actually coming, he'll look to Eddie. He'll say, "Allow me, Captain," as he puts his hands towards the wheel. You deserve some good rest.
Krupp? You are strangely eager. What is the occasion?
He'll kind of reposition his little hat a little bit, and he'll say, It has been quite some time since I've been to the rock.
Repositions his fucking chef's hat.
He says, I simply look forward to seeing the rock once more.
I am going to sense your motive.
Be my guest.
I sense that it exists. However, I do not know what it is. So,
Yeah.
I
He just
take
he
your
pats
word
you
at
in the
face
back.
value. Okay.
Yeah, he pats you in the back and simply says, consider it a gift. And he gives you a wink.
Okay. I will consider this a gift. Do not crash the ship or I will stab you.
He says, do not worry. These old bones have a few tricks.
Okay.
And
Good.
then, as night will go on, you all begin resting for the night. Eddie, you'll eventually make your way,
That's funny.
to your cabin, whether it's to get more drink or to actually go to bed for the night. And whenever you open your cabin door, you realize something. There are a couple of candles lit, and the music is playing.
And it's Corliss
Wait a minute.
with a rose in my mouth.
As the camera pans up, you see Miss Sandara laying there, incredibly drunk.
Oh no. Zendara, how did you get in here? Have you
Jesus.
been getting into my private stock again?
She'll
Get
kind
that
of
private
she'll walk
stuff.
up to you a little bit and she'll say, I am simply worshiping Besmara. Now let's do her favorite dance, the sideways shuffle, as she pats your cheek.
Oh my.
And she'll kind of do like that cartoon
Um,
motion where she grabs your shirt collar to pull you down
Oh my.
and your hat stays above.
Yeah, it like slips, is
Yeah.
in the air spinning for a little bit before I reach up and pluck it out of the air. Well,
And then like
we'll pan away and give these.
yeah, as
characters
the
a-
camera kind of pans away to end the scene, you see Croup on top of the deck steering the ship, just kind of whistling to himself.
Oh.
Crew being a wing
You guys
fan.
just hear like it sounds like from my room. You just hear it sounds like there's an uneven fan blowing. Like, bum, 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 bum. Then you just hear Eddie going, "No, no, ah! No, it's another." Ah!
On the
is-
beginning of the next day, everyone will have had a rough night sleeping, just due to all of the carnal nature. But comedically enough, Eddie will come out of his room wearing some nice little heart underwear with the cartoon kisses all over him. And
I'm shining like an angel in the sun.
oh my God, Scott, you rolled literally 3 ones in a row.
Dude, I rolled nothing but ones, man.
Oh, I
And
see.
twos.
Are you crafting poison? Are you poisoned?
Yes. I made the second save, so I'm no
Uh,
longer poisoned.
Sandara will kind of she'll look perfectly natural coming out of the room, and she'll just kind of straighten her jerkin, and she'll say, I hope that you understood what that was, Eddie.
She was already
It
jerking.
was one of the best nights of my life, I would say that.
She'll say, well, savor it, as she pats you on the cheek.
I'm
And
going
then
to
you'll-
now, like Eddie's going to check. Now let's make sure we did not drink this one away, did we? And I'm like looking into the air, kind of like thinking, okay, I still remember it. This is good.
Corliss slides behind Eddie. He goes, "Don't you go catch feelings. Don't
Oh.
go fall in love. Don't marry that woman." And then I slide back into the shadows.
As Doug is actually giving you the Family Guy monkey point this time from the shadows. But more or less, that'll be the only kind of exciting thing that happens for a couple days, because I've rolled your random encounters, and lucky for you all, nothing came of it.
Oh, thank God. To the
And
rock.
you all will eventually begin getting to Tidewater Rock. Now, to do a little bit of narrating, let's see here. Tidewater Rock is right here. A tower rises like a solid block from the sea at the edge of this island. The island you're coming up to is not necessarily very large, but it's definitely still an island, a nice home for someone. The pounding surf rolls around the base of the tower rising from the island and partially covers the steps that lead up to its front gate. A few arrow slits pierce its walls here and there, and a single shuttered window opens high upon the face of the fortress. A roof of metal shingles rises from the battlements where sentries keep a lookout and siege weapons stand ready on corner turrets. So, as you begin getting close, you realize that the Tidewater Rock has people on it.
Hell yeah.
Who's perched on our rock?
It's not our rock yet, but it will be.
Sandara will actually speak up and say, "Well, it seems as though the Tidewater Rock has someone crack it first, as it were." As she gives a wink to Eddie.
Takeda draws his swords and he says, "Then we must crack them."
Oh, hold on now, Master Swordsman. I would wager we could do one of three things. We could take the rock by force, because this is my captain's fort. As she gives kind of a little bow. We could sneak in, or we could try and be diplomatic.
Looks at Corliss.
Oh,
who
we
plays
could
music.
lie to them and then
What's-
take it by force once we have allowed the Trojan horse to get in.
She says yes. Like, pirates in the Shackles are not always backstabbing. Some of them can be pleasant. It's possible that this could be the case.
Indeed, indeed.
Although I'm always up for a scuffle, as the rest of you all are, and I will relent to whatever you all wish to do, whether you approach or not.
Eddie will twirl around.
Scuffle.
Do we see any sort of like banners or like Jolly Rogers or flags along the parapets that we can maybe discern like what crew it is?
Definitely. There actually is a Jolly Roger sailing on the top. Can I get a knowledge nobility?
I would
Huh.
thought you would never ask.
Here you go, Luke. It's your time.
Looky there. That was a good ass roll. can
You
take 21.
recognize. Let me get right here.
God, if it's my ex-wife, I'm gonna scream.
It would
Oh, no,
very
no.
like. Oh, okay.
Don't worry, it's not her yet.
Oh, thank God. You what?
Yeah, she hasn't taken the fort yet. She still needs to raise the banner.
Let's see.
It,
I gotta get the exact thing to tell you for what you found.
Well, whilst you're doing that, I'm going
Yeah,
to go over to one of the members of the crew, and I'm going to say, you, Deccan, and forgive me, I've forgotten your name. What is your name? And he'll tell me his name. I'm immediately going to forget it, and then say, okay, our plan right now is to approach the shore, and we want to be flying a flag of friendship. So, get up there and find a flag in the flag box that gives the idea that we are going to be friends here. You will know that it is the one that is white with the letter art on it. And I'll do like draw a heart with my fingers.
Eddie, you know that the kind of the flag / Jolly Roger that's flying at the fort is of a Galton family. A long exiled Galton family known as the Smithies. While you
know
they
that
are
name?
they don't really, it doesn't really explain why they're exalted, but you do know with your role that they are Galton nobility at one point in time. They're just exiled for one reason or another from the main family in Galt.
There's any fucking number of reasons that could happen in Galt.
Yeah.
They could have just said they could have said something in kindness that was taken the wrong way, and then their whole family was executed by like the civilians of the place.
It could literally be anything.
Huh. I'm going to then, like, you know, after giving him that order, I'm going to like look over and kind of peer. I'm going to take my hands and mime a periscope kind of, or not, or a telescope kind of action, and like look through my hands and say, Sacre bleu! And then I will say, Carton! Carton! To Lucy.
Yes. What?
The island. It has been taken by Galton nobility.
Let's take it back.
Okay. I am for this. This is just very interesting. It's not many times you see people from Mazelgalt here.
I don't know where that's at, but they all get punched the same.
This is true.
You all wish to pilot the boat to the entryway. Currently, the tide is rather high at Tidewater Rock, meaning that the waters are a little rocky.
I see.
So if you wish to go on, I will just need a sailor check to get the boat closer to the actual island.
Okay, is that my call? I think that should
Who's
be
driving the
Assist,
boat?
right?
Because it was Croup.
Yeah, Krupp relented the
Krupp,
wheel
yeah,
at the beginning of the
like
day.
I will say, I do not rather trust my call with this one. Drell.
Can we assist?
It's just kind of a single check. That will be fine. That will make it. You'll be able to go on in and be fine, Drill. As you get about halfway to the island, you'll hear a booming voice saying, let's see here. Here we go. Okay. So as you begin approaching Tidewater Rock, there are, kind of your hands on deck, and you all are kind of just making your way there. You're not necessarily looking hostile, but you're not, looking like you're laying down by any means. You'll hear a booming male voice say, "Come now. What business do you have at the Rock in seeing Lady Smithy?"
All right, boys. We have two ways of going about this. Either I lie to him or Corliss lies to him.
Oh,
Or we both lie to him.
I've got the best lie.
We could tell the truth.
Tulio and
Can I see
Miguel.
perception? Or can I get a perception check?
Also,
Oh,
I would
actually,
like to
right here.
translate. I think we should talk to him, but I'll say,
Yeah.
Gaulis, what should I say to him?
Corliss and Drell, you all see on top of the main wall in front of you all to the gates, a rather proud-looking man speaking in Gault, is what we'll say.
Halit is the language.
In Hallet, there you go.
I say, we are here to parlay. Yeah, say that. We're here to parlay.
Gaulis, they are not even going to want us to be here. Why would they want us to parley?
Because we have information of a large score, and we need the additional aid of a ship. It's a large Chiliaxing warship that we need assistance taking down. Like, say that.
Oh, okay, I'll go with this. I like this. This sound of this. Okay. I will say, bonjour! And then, calling in Hallet, I will say, we are the Humpty Corsairs, and we would like to make a parley with you. We have information and many benefits in forms of treasure, be them information and physical that we would like to provide in this.
He'll say, "The Humpty Corsairs." Is that what you said?
Aye,
And
aye.
a man of Gault, no less.
Aye, aye, aye. I am Edmond Larot of the proud family of Larot.
Larot. You'll see him kind of the Drell and Corliss. You'll see him turn around as another character walks up to the side, and you see a little bit of muttering back and forth between them as her voice becomes a booming voice.
Damn, she's thick.
And
Lady,
he goes,
Agasta Smithy will walk up, and she will say, in Galton, "The Humpty Corsairs. You are the ones that mutinied from Harrigan, correct?"
Aye, that was we.
We don't.
I am going to say, it would seem that our infamy is best following us on this.
Indeed. You all are
What's
becoming
everyone doing
quite well known throughout the Shackles. Word travels fast.
This is true. Our infamy, as well as our innocence on many cases, is going to spread farther from here, if I am to be correct in my prediction. So,
She'll she'll cover her mouth with her hand, and give kind of a little laugh. Even though the laugh is little, you can tell that the means of their volume is magically enchanted with her speaking so loud.
of
And
course.
you can hear the laugh, and she'll say, my, what despicable pirates. By the way, despicable is your infamy tier right now.
Right.
She'll say, I'm willing to parlay with you, Master Leroux, from one Galton to another. If I will allow you all in my rock, if you will allow me to keep a single hostage, one of your crew, they will not come to any harm. I simply wish to have a matter of good faith.
Okay, OOC, let them have Lucy. He's completely unarmed and far from harmless.
I strongly doubt. I mean, okay, no, listen. We are rather infamous, and they would know Lucy.
Give him Croup.
I was right about to say that.
For the mechanics of this, it will have to be a PC.
Fuck.
Oh, that's even better. Then yeah, I think it should be fucking Lucy in that case.
Wait, no, we can't give him Lucy because Lucy's the captain.
Oh, that's fine.
When it comes to pirate negotiations, we can't just give up our captain.
Whatever.
Of course we can.
Yeah.
We can just fucking lie.
Yeah, whatever Lucy wants to do, he can do.
That is also accurate.
Sure.
Cool.
It's like the man that we take a hostage. I go, fine, I volunteer, and I'll
What?
pound my chest.
She'll say in common, very well, come unarmed and unarmored to the gate and bring the ship close. We will receive, I believe. You'll see her pull out a spyglass of sorts, and look and say, ah, yes, Blue Scarf Lucy.
Aye. You're sure you're okay with this, Captain?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sure they have plenty of pies in the cell.
I bring pies with me.
Oh.
Yeah, do you all wish to bring the boat a little bit closer?
Yeah.
To agree with?
Yes.
Okay, sure. All right, you see the two ballistas that are at the top of the ramparts point skyward, indicating that they are peaceful. And you all take the ship up. Lucy, you'll be waiting at the port of the ship, which you'll come off first. You need to make sure to be unarmed and unarmored if you wish to comply with what they're saying. Is this agreeable?
I mean, I'm sure.
Okay, so make sure that you do not have any armor attached to your character sheet then,
Okay.
like for your bonuses.
Not even that cod piece that you wear.
The scarf they won't say anything about, obviously, because it just looks like a scarf. Like anything that looks like just regular like clothing is fine, but anything that's actual armor they won't allow. For the hostage situation, anyway. They won't bound you or anything. They'll look at the pies and they'll say, "You have pie.
Yeah, I gotta eat something.
We have plenty of food and water in the cells."
We've
have
tried.
Trust me, this is going to be the way it is.
Okay, I carry a single pie. How about that? I'll just carry a single
It's all,
pie.
I'm only carrying one whole pie.
They'll say, they'll speak in Galton back and forth to each other a little bit, and Eddie, you'll understand, or Hallett back and forth, and Eddie, you'll understand them saying, "Is this man actually serious?" You know how the other ones say, "I've always heard their captain is a little boisturous."
Yeah,
And
Eddie,
the other one
kind
say,
of just leans
yeah.
in
I'm gonna start
and kind of to
eating
them,
a
but not
slice.
shouting. Just say, "We d'accord."
So where are we
was
going?
just goof French. Me.
Yeah,
saying,
you all are
unfortunately, it's the
officially
case.
at the rock itself. You are at the Tidewater rock itself is actually kind of like a tower that sparks up from an island.
I say, good. Give me the tour.
They'll just kind of look at you and go, "My God," as they'll kind of push you all in. They'll go through a separate gate as Royster McClay, the Master Arms of the tower will escort you all up to where Lady Smithy is.
Excellent.
Maddie, I have a question.
Sure.
Does Lucy eat pies because you're living out a fantasy where you can eat pies again? Is that the bit?
No.
While this is happening,
Maddie can eat certain types
I'm
of
gonna
pie.
get nice and close to Corliss and say, Corliss, do you think it would be a good idea, perhaps, if Doug went with Lucy?
No, I've got Hawk.
I can tell that you have a connection with our friend Doug here. If there is some kind of way that we would have a connection to Lucy and know if things go south. So, we have made parley. It does not mean that they will not betray us before we betray them.
Yes, the fickleness of the Galtese. I look at Doug and I say, Doug?
They are very fickle. I will tell you myself.
I kind of like gesture for Doug and I'm like, hop in Lucy's pie bag. Just
Pie bag.
The
hop
door
in the
will
pie sack.
Doug will begin running towards Lucy, and you'll see the door
like he wrote-
close as two Galtons step forward, kind of in front of him, and
Can he,
they'll
like,
simply
roll
look
stuff or
at Doug,
something?
and Doug will just kind of look up and look really sad. Can I get a diplomacy roll from Doug? This is a very easy check.
Even better.
I just need you to not fuck it up.
Even minus
Roll
3
his
charisma.
diplomacy or his
Doug has
charisma.
no diplomacy.
Or just roll his charisma then.
Yeah, just a
click
charisma. Just a charisma roll. Yeah,
Lol.
that's that. All you needed was a 5.
Oh,
Yeah. He'll kind of Puss in Boots his way into the fucking door. Like, he'll look really fucking sad. And then the guards will be like, oh, what a cute monkey. But in his head, Doug is like, what fucking saps.
The camera
As-
pans back to the party and Eddie's crying.
Yeah. Doug, they'll open the door and Doug will run a ways. And you'll see him, he'll try and push off. He'll actually get up on top of Lucy and push Rocket, aka Hawk, off of Eddie's head. And he'll try and get comfortable, in which case Hawk, aka Rocket, will come up and knock fucking Doug back off of Lucy's head and reclaim his spot. Doug will be sad, but he'll just get in Lucy's pie bag.
oh! I thought you were gonna say that Rock then lays on top of the fucking monkey, making like a hat on a hat kind of situation.
No. Lucy's head has unintentionally become a nest for Rocket. Whenever Rocket gets up, there's like a little bitty kind of nest in his hair, you know?
It's like a
It's like
cowlick.
Mr. Ed's beard.
Yes,
Remember
yeah,
the early
kinda,
games of
sorta.
Rise of the Rune Lords? He had like 4 fucking animals in there at one point.
Oh, yeah, he really did, though. Oh. Let me tell Mav good night.
Good night, Maverick.
Good night.
It's just
Maverick.
this picture in general.
Oh, sweet and salty.
No, I mean in Wednesday night.
Oh.
But I say that was a very good idea. Hopefully, we'll be the ones making the first move if you catch my drift. And I like wink at you, Eddie.
And then Takeda looks you dead in the eyes and he says, "Yes, I will stab them before they can stab
Don't say
us."
that too loud. Don't say it
They
too
might
loud.
not speak common. It is okay. You're also
So-
an idiot. We can just... It's fine.
Yeah, Corliss's plan is like to get nice and snug in the heart of the rock, and then like turn Takeda into a Beyblade and just let him rip.
I like that plan.
So
For
that
those
we
curious, this is the picture that was posted in the Discord.
It's-
I can add images to the stream.
can. Oh.
Be sure to join our Discord or request a link to do so you can catch up on all of the goofy antics that we get to on our...
All right.
It's a
Well, to continue on.
Tomfoolery.
Wings are fire though.
Yes,
Straight fire.
at this point in the day, it's kind of late afternoon, going towards dinner time, and Royster McClay, the nice little master at arms, will explain that the lady has been kind enough to invite you to dinner.
Sure. Yes, absolutely.
Funny enough, this has gone a lot farther than Eddie expected. Eddie just wanted to like meet her. Oh wait a minute. Oh fuck me, she's Galton. She's smarter. She knows the dance of nobility. Okay, well, if this is the dance, then this is the dance we shall dance too. Eddie will to the man. Did he speak? Is he Galton? Can I like?
He is.
Okay. In Hallet, I was say, oh, that is extremely generous of her. We will be more than happy to attend. May I know, will our captain be joining us? Is he going to have to enjoy his stay in the cellar? I'm going to then point at the ground.
He'll look at you and he'll say, "Of course, captains will eat with captains."
Of course. I just wanted to know. It's you know, not all families do the same. It is simply the way it is of God. I just wanted to make sure. That then, of course, we are Galton, we are pirates. I'm not going to bore you.
Indeed. He'll look a little kind of better than you kind of mentality. As
Typical Galton.
your dinner will get ready to be served.
Oh yeah, Takeda can Beyblade all up in this room.
Okay, should I Beyblade now?
No, not yet.
Now?
No.
After a certain point in time, Lady Smithy herself will join, and Lucy, you will be led through to where, by some guards, up to where you need to be. Do you see yourself on the map, Lucy?
Yes. I'm finishing off the last slice of pie as we enter the wherever
Fine.
we're going.
I'm kind of showing you. There's a guard
showing
with
the
you as
path.
well. The guard
This is
outside
pretty
the
cool.
door.
I was expecting like a knight's castle or some shit, but this is like a wooden shack of a fort.
Yeah, it's kind of like a watchtower.
Yeah,
type
I
deal.
dig it.
I walk in with a slice of pie halfway in my mouth.
So the entire time this has been going on, I have been just making buddy with anyone who dares get close to me. I've been just like, enjoying. Of course, I bring my own ale, but if they provide it, I'll give a little to make sure. Is this poison? Is it poison? Okay, no, good. Okay, cool. I'll just get a drink with it, and I check I'm not stupid. I check every drink I'm handed before I drink
Yeah,
it.
of course.
And keeping my hand over a drink when I'm not drinking it. That's another little fun trick you might pick up on later on in life. But I'll be going on sharing stories here and there, laughing tales of plunder and riches and funny moments back in Galt and not so funny moments that are spun in a very comedic sense, and how my faith in Caden, blah 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 blah. And when their captain joins, of course, giving I will stand first of all, and I'll look around and hope that my party does, but I'm assuming most of them wouldn't. And then I will say, the illustrious Captain, it was Shelley? No. What was it? Smithy. The illustrious Captain Smithy. And I will give a very deep, court practiced bow.
She'll recognize the bow you give as being one of Galton descent, and will in kind give a similar type bow that is known to be a response from a Galton woman of nobility.
Aye.
She'll say, "My, I did not expect for the Corsairs to be so prestigious." As she sits down.
There is a reason they have had me as the voice at the moment, not just because I speak the language. You could say that my looks and my voice are the reasons they keep me around.
Indeed, she says in Hallet. And now she'll continue in common.
Aye.
Well, Corsairs, welcome to my Tidewater Rock. As a servant will bring tea for everyone. She'll look to the tea, and she'll kind of give it a snap. The guard will pour a little bit of tea into a cup of his own and take a drink, and then set the cup on the table in front of his mistress.
Of course. I would expect nothing else, honestly.
Yeah. She'll say, "As you can see, we are all quite safe here. I am a lady of my word. We will see if you all are the same."
Of course.
Now, what business do you have at the Rock?
You see, madame, there is a ship of Chelish descent. The people of Cheliach have been making more and more travels into the Shackles. You have seen this, no?
She'll nod her head and she'll say, Chiliax is always bolding the waters, coming to the Shackles. It is not uncommon.
Indeed. Their chains seek evermore for more things to grapple within their cold grip. So, as a sign of good faith, oh, excuse me, no, I have misspoke. In my prestigious captain, I'll motion towards Lucy, I've wished to provide to one most honorable captain as well the information and warning of this. Of course, I believe, especially with such an amazing felt at your side, that you could, of course, take care of it, having an obvious military advantage and very indeed intelligent on your end. However, I could not sleep well at night knowing that I did not provide this information to you.
What you are saying is nothing new to us.
Uh,
Master
Corlys-
McClay here is simply very familiar with everything going and coming in
Of
the
course.
military aspect.
Oh, of course,
And
of
as
course.
you can see, coming to the island, and the camera kind of pans out to the island itself, the island itself manages its way in between many waterways. If there is anything we wish to see, I am sure that we could see it. That is why many have attempted to crack the rock.
Corliss pipes up and he says, I believe that my associates may have been a bit misinformed. They are not a threat per se militarily, but they are an opportunity. From what my friends have told me from across the islands, associates from my past, there's a Chiliac great galleon that is coming across with vast amounts of trade goods coming from the Magua Expanse. Gold, ivories, jewels, slaves. And we don't believe our ship can handle it on our own, and we wish to procure your aid for a fee.
Now, with that, I'll need a bluff check, please, because that is not
Well-
truth.
Yes. Whilst he continues to go on and on about this, I'm going to be looking around. Are there any... okay, so I can see that there are 2 tokens in here that aren't of us. Are there any other tokens that, are actually in here that I can see, obviously?
Currently, the only one that you have seen is one that comes in and out of the door behind you all.
Okay. I'm gonna... Are there any, peepholes, any listening crooks, any kind of thing like that I would like to know about?
I would need a perception check to see anything just by glancing from the table.
I have rolled a 23.
From where your location is, you currently don't really see anything, too outlandish. Everything seems to be pretty straightforward. You don't get the feeling that anyone's listening in. Or anyone
Takeda
could
leans over
listen.
to Eddie and says, whenever you're ready, give the signal.
I'll mutter to him and say, do not worry, my friend. You understand?
She'll take a sip of her tea and place her hands in her lap, and she'll say, "Now, you all have given me a proposition to allow me to pay you for your services. That is very interesting. Although I cannot say I necessarily agree with the point."
No, Stevie, I think you misunderstood. We're offering to pay her part of the plunder to get her to help us crack this Chiliax
Okay,
warship.
got you.
Yeah.
She'll
We're
say an
offering
even
her-
split. Sounds interesting. You've asked me a handful of questions. It is my turn to ask you a handful of questions.
Oh no.
Ask away, my lady.
Captain, as she looks to Lucy,
I now sweat.
I have
When,
heard
when she turns to fucking Lucy, my eyes go wide and my smile cracks a bit, and I just crit. look over at Lucy and say, Gato.
I have
I
heard
cross,
the
my, I cross my arms and I go,
I have heard the recent tales of a man with a blue scarf that recently defeated the Sneak Brothers. Would this be you? Fascinating. So this is truly the Corsairs that mutinied from Harrigan.
Yes.
She is speaking to the captain.
Takeda,
In your
you
manners.
are the only one that notices this. Funny enough. You notice that when she mentions Harrigan's name, Royster McClay looks ever so slightly angry. He looks upset when she mentions he looks upset when she is mentioning Harrigan.
Huh. Well, too dim-witted to understand what that might mean. Probably
Well,
nothing.
You just notice that whenever she mentions Harrigan here and there, that he looks upset. She'll
like,
say, "Tell
why are
me,
you mad, bro?
Everyone hates Harrigan.
well, what was your opinion of Harrigan, Captain Lucy?"
Asking the most neutral member of this party the opinion of Harrigan.
He was a good fighter, but I didn't like how he ran the ship. Not enough fun going on.
Oh,
Yeah, everyone was either whipping lash or cleaning spit. There wasn't enough pie and drink or singing and dancing.
Here.
As everyone knows, the freest pirate is the true pirate.
you'll say that, and she'll kind of give you a look, and she'll say, "I have indeed heard that before." Interesting. What was your name again, Captain?
My name? Lucy.
She'll just nod and she'll look to. She'll say, "I've heard two of you speak. What about you, Gilman? You are far away from your natural environment. What brings you to a crew like this?"
He's dead, Jim.
Scott, are you there, buddy?
Oh yeah, I'm here.
Oh, you're just staying quiet?
Yes.
How rude.
You must forgive him. He's rather quiet.
I would be too.
Oh,
She'll look
oh.
she'll look to Takeda, and she'll say, "What of you? You are very far from home. I would believe."
I only live to fight, and I travel where the fight takes me.
Perhaps you would be a match for Royster McClay.
He chuckles when he hears the name Oyster McClay.
Royster
He
kind
says,
of
"There's no such name."
pipes up and looks a little bit more dignified and says, "Indeed, I have held this position of Master of Arms for nearly 20 years. I do not expect anyone to take it from me so quickly at this blasphemous place." And then, at the moment that he says that, Smithy cuts him a look so fucking hard.
Oh, ho, 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 ho.
Whenever he says that, Takeda like, almost kind of a challenge or a boast. He just kind of gives him a smirk and he says, "We'll see."
You say, this, what, I'm sorry, what was the word he just used to describe this place? Blasphemous.
Blasphemous.
He says, you say blasphemous. Tell me, you all seem to know Captain Aragon. How is it that you know of him, eh? I know many people amongst the Shackles know the great captain. However, you seem to know a bit more about him than, perhaps the common man of the Shackles? Tell me, my curiosity is, piping. But, how is this?
He'll look to the lady, and he'll look back to you, and he'll look to the lady, to which she'll take a deep breath, and she'll say, Harrigan. He visited the Rock once upon a time.
Oh my.
The most recent Lord of Tidewater Rock was a man known as Bertram Smithy,
Oh no.
captain of the famous ship the Vale, along with 3 other brigs. Like the, like Master Smithy's predecessors, he held Tidewater Rock as his seat, but he also controlled, along with myself, a few other small surrounding castles and surrounding islands. Over it, a decade ago, Iron Bert went to sea with his small fleet in a feud with Free Captain Antiochus.
Antiochus.
There we
Sorry
go.
to interrupt, but
No, that's fine. She will say, I never saw my husband again.
Eddie will look genuinely just distraught at that information and say, oh, this is terrible. I know very well how it is to lose a loved one. I am so sorry to hear about your loss, especially at the end of this Aragon.
Well, that is what I am continuing to say. Antiochus lured Smithy into the edges of the Eye of Abednego, and he was ambushed and betrayed by an ally of his,
No.
one Barnabas Harrigan.
Oh.
Iron Bert's first mate.
That is absolutely despicable.
She spits on the ground and says, and now he pilots the Vale as some wormwood.
No.
Oh.
We will upon that very vessel.
The last place that I was heard of Captain Smithy, what I heard of him is he sunk Antiochus's Pedagor, and he was seen crippled and at the Vale himself. Harrigan brought him upon his own ship, a ship not much less a brig. Harrigan claimed the remainder of my husband's life and sent him into the eye itself, never to be seen from again.
Oh.
There is only one reason that I know this tale. And she looks up behind her. Royster McClay will say, I was a swab upon Iron Bert's ship once upon a time. Back when him and the lady, lovely as she is, were much younger. Both of us much younger. I simply stowed away upon the Vale, now known as the Wormwood, until I was able to make my way back to the rock itself. Harrigan took Antiochus's fleet and several of Smithy's castles. He tried to take the rock. However, Lady Smithy says, I drove the bastard off. So, he thinks he's left me here to rot. But it matters not. The shipping lanes are ripe with plunder. The food here is excellent, thanks to the cook. And we are always safe, thanks to Master McClay and myself. So, I ask you all one more time, because I have a small hunch that something doesn't add up.
Excuse me. I would like to have a word with my the rest of my crew. Just a moment. And I'm going to like pound on the table and say, Carlos, Lucy, could you please meet me under the table? And then I'm going to crawl under the table.
You hear Royster McClay go, my word.
I crawl under there, and when Doug tries to follow, I said, he didn't say you. Get back up there.
They will say,
Doug is on my shoulder.
Alright,
I look at the lady and I just put my head in my hand and I'm like, dear God, they're idiots.
I look over at Drell as like a half of our crew is huddled onto the table, and Takeda and Drell are just sitting there awkwardly, and Takeda just goes, how's your soup?
Actually, quite well. They weren't lying
down
about the
here.
cook.
I'm going to say, okay, so I'm having second thoughts about this. No, it's not that I don't think that we can take some. It is I feel guilty at this point. This polity has been through so much. Shall we do what we are going to do? I don't know. So.
I know, to be married?
Enough of it.
While they're whispering, I'm gonna look over at the lady and say, "Who is your cook, by the way?"
Cook. The one-eyed bum downstairs.
I lean back a little bit and I point it, point it to oh, what's his fucking name? Corliss. I'm like, he's ours.
Okay, Captain, this is up to you. Shall we continue with this? What is your say on this?
I'm gonna put my hand on your shoulder and says, Ed boy, I don't even know what we're starting.
Lucy, do you never listen?
Man, I heard about taking a walk and pies, and that's, I went with it.
And I thought I was the lazy one.
I
Carlos,
point my,
okay. So,
I
shall
point
we
my
go
finger
now,
at you,
Alexis?
Eddie. I point my finger at it and say, "You voted for him. You have to live with your decisions."
Okay, I will leave you my decision. Okay. But, listen, Carlos, I need you work with me on this. Your pal is you claim to be your the first mate, Mr. First Mate, so little just ask you then. In the case that the captain can know that, now I'm going to like start bickering and then catch myself on it. Okay. Should we try to ally with these people? Or not?
Honestly, I don't think we can take him.
You do not think that way you could take some?
I thought we could.
Kate is right there.
He is, but the rest of them, if they've driven off Harrigan before, they must have
They
their...
did not drive off Ergon. They drove off something else, and then Ergon said that, believes that they were just left here to die. They did not defeat him. They just simply tricked him. My grandfather taught me all about how that, and it's not that hard.
Maybe we can use them to
Aye.
bolster our strength.
These
so
are
that we can
Galton.
kick
We cannot
Harrigan.
use this. We can either attack them or we can ally with them. There's no using a Galton. They will always use you in the end. Just look at me.
I do look at you and I say, where's the confidence of the elusive Eddie LaRoe? We can use these people.
When you say that, Eddie tries to stand up and slams his head against the fucking bottom of the table.
I spill some of my soup and I'm just like, God damn it.
All of the cups, like bounce up the water, bounce up the cups. And all
Confidence! I shout out.
She'll say, "Are you all finished?"
I
have a
cramble out from under it.
Please be finished.
I stand
Takeda
up.
says, "That's the signal." He slams his hands on the
Yeah, I'm going to Captain Morgan my foot on this fucking chair and say,
As she
Confidence!
as she sees you stand up and kind of like go to at your hip, and Eddie is yelling confidence, she pulls out a pistol and points it right at Takeda.
He puts his hands up.
Oh, wait, are we about to roll initiative or
She
like,
says,
are we just
she
trapped here?
says, "If you all are quite finished,
You know, I believe
would
we are.
like to have a word."
Okay.
She's pointing a pistol
Oh yeah,
at Takeda.
I'm aware. There it is.
This
a
is
firearm.
the first time you all have seen a firearm.
No,
so
no,
far
it's not the
in
first
game.
time Eddie's seen one, but it's
Yeah.
the first time in the Shackles he's seen one.
He knows what gun mean. His AC is high. His touch AC not so much.
I'm still under the table.
She says, "Now, if you all wish to do this," she kind of waves the gun around a little bit, "I would be more than happy. However, if you all would like to, let's make an alliance."
Oh. I sit back down.
I ease myself back into my chair. An alliance, you say? Leaning an elbow on the table.
Let's say 1 year. 1 year's time, we will parlay between ourselves. You all will have half share of the rock, a half stake, as you will.
Aye.
I will have a half stake in the rock, along with my Galton crew, of course.
Corliss's head pops out from underneath the table and he says, "This alliance won't have to be done in marriage, will it?"
She winks at you and pulls out a document and puts it on the table.
Oh, easy now there, Chen. What
She'll
is this
say-
here?
Master LaRoe,
Aye, aye, mademoiselle.
I could not help but hear that you also must be widowed.
My eyes widen, my skin goes gray, and I say, Eddie, don't! You'll sell your soul more than I sold mine to that lawyer!
She'll say, "No, this is no trick." And you'll hear McClay say, "Madam, you must not do this. Think about your husband." And she'll step up and smack him. Actually, like she'll step up and just straight up smack the master at arms. And
I
she'll
put
say,
my hand up to my mouth.
she'll say, "I
Now they
am
have
the
to go
captain
to the
here,
death.
McClay. I will suggest you continue to watch us." As she sits back down,
Now he's
She
going to
says-
have to watch. He's going to be a cuck for a few minutes here.
she says,
Oh,
"This
no.
contract is not magical. It is simply a legal contract. As far as legal can go for us, you see. The
Cicada?
shares is half of this place belongs to you all, half of it belongs to me. You will have access to my... You will be able to have access to my resources here. I only ask that I get a little bit of the share of infamy, as it were."
This
Oh, okay.
share of the infamy.
Uh,
Now,
Or-
mechanically, are we literally going to give them some of our infamy? Or what?
No, she will just gain infamy as you all do. You all be in,
Okay.
in an alliance together,
Okay.
so she'll become infamous as well as you all.
I can accept that. However, I would make a counter offer.
She'll raise an eyebrow.
When we provide our infamy across the Shackles and the many islands that inhabited it, we will do so in saying that we took the rock, and you will not have to say anything to say against it.
She'll sit down, or she'll kind of like make herself kind of propped up in a nice little elegant cross legs, and she'll say, "Monsieur Leroux, I promise you this. If you sign this contract, you will crack the rock in more than one way. If I'm understood."
Corliss then pipes up and says, I understand your affiliation with, or your attraction to our Galtese friend here,
Wait, what?
but I would suggest that since, for all intents and purposes, when it comes to negotiations and being on land, that Blue Scarf Lucy is our captain, I would say, if you would, the marriage contract should be between he and you.
Oh, I love that. OOC.
McClay will step up and say, "It makes no difference. As long as one crew is joined to one another, they are considered allied for the nature of this contract. If your captain wishes to proceed and be the groom, that is acceptable, for he is the captain, is he not?"
Corliss is far more willing to damn Lucy to marriage than he is Eddie.
He'll say,
Eddie's
"However,
too free with spirit.
that will be up to the captain." I know
Captain?
Captain
cross my
Smithy.
arms
Do you
again.
want it be me or you?
She'll say, "Do you wish to be bound in the
Bound?
labor?"
Hell no.
It
Oh,
could be-
I
could be
heard
okay.
bound, and then nope.
Come
I am-
now, Miss Mademoiselle. We are Carton, are we not? Love is not always binding unless you wish it to be in the fun kind of way.
She
We
will
know very well that this is not the case all the time.
She will say, "Indeed," and she'll settle back down and say, "If you all are in agreement, I will sign this contract, and Master Leroux will sign this contract. If there are no questions, and of course I will provide a dowry."
I again will provide you with a counter offer to that. I would not, as a proper worshipper of Cade and Callion, allow such a thing. I cannot have my word. No, excuse me, that is not right. Hold on. I'm not going to start speaking in Hallet because I have an easier time doing that. I would not risk my hand make writing such a binding contract, and I would not expect you to do the same. However, will, on my word of my family and my proud line de Gosteleros, and I will put my flask down that has my family crest on it on the table, and I'll like slide it towards her. I can use this instead. I will not, however, write on this paper.
She will look at the glass and she'll speak in Highland and she'll say, I suppose someone else will have to sign that.
Then that is unfortunately how this is going to have to be.
We could I look at Takeda, and then I look at the paper, and I'm thinking, I'm scheming, and
I'm looking at you doing that.
and I say,
Is Carlos about to get married again?
no,
Alright,
I
hang on.
say,
Hold the fucking phone. Is there any way I can sense how powerful these motherfuckers are? Like a sense motive of telling how like good of fighters
You
they
ready
are,
to
some
get
shit like
married?
that?
Okay.
You're-
It's nothing.
Yeah, sure.
it's honor. You have to master your wedding blade.
I roll a 16.
You can sense that they're very experienced. But
Compared to
Pos-
us,
compared to you all, they seem to be obviously more experienced just due to age. But it's possible. If you're thinking about doing them.
Corliss says,
But you know that doing them would also alert the rest of the rock.
oh,
so,
of course. And I have
yeah.
full intention on alerting the rest of this rock. Fuck these people. These are the captains. Fuck them. We can just take them and take the rest of the fucking rock afterwards.
Yeah, why don't we just take the rock, man? We came in here, we're diplomating. Takeda just wanted to fight.
I'm going to put away my flask and say, there is no stain on my honor for you denying this. I understand how it is. However, and then in common I'm going to say, no. However, Takeda, signal.
what?
I leap.
What?
I draw my weapons. Can I get a surprise round?
You hear like a monkey screech, and the camera turns over, and Doug's got his mouth closed, and it's Corliss.
These words have had their time, and now they are over. And this is where they set off the 4 C4 charges that they've lit under our fucking chairs or some shit.
The
Can I get a
combat
surprise?
will start with a prepared action from Lady Smithy.
Oh, she's gonna shoot you in the face. Takeda.
She wasn't aimed at me, so I don't know.
the table.
However, this, a little earlier than normal, is where we would come to an end for the night.
What?
Because this option is going to take quite a while and will go quite a while past our allotted time.
this option, Father. Oh boy.
Don't worry, it is fully ready. I would just rather not be here for hours. So
Uh,
until then,
Murder.
I want to thank everyone for joining. I want
Indeed.
to thank our. Let's see. I'm gonna thank Master Eddie first.
We can go left to right, yeah, because we have our actual
Yeah.
little tokens.
I'm gonna thank the Galton who chose to be free. I'm gonna
I
thank
always
Master.
choose to be free. I have been
Exactly.
bound. It was bound by my choice, and it was bound through love, and it was disconnected. So it means that you'll have to find out later, I suppose.
Exactly. I will thank Master Drill, the silent observer, waiting for his own reasons, I'm sure.
Waiting for my party to stop being blithering idiots.
You're gonna be waiting for a while.
I will thank Captain Lucy for his apt tactics and willing to put himself on the line. I'll thank Master Corliss for willing to pony up in court.
Remember, kids, marriage is a fate worse than death.
That's true. And then I'll thank Master Takeda for always being ready for the signal.
Always.
Until next
Even
time,
now.
ladies and gentlemen, we'll see you then. Thank you for taking 10.
Till next time, everybody. Say goodbye, everyone.
Fuck you,
Bye.
Eddie!